Hey, aloha folks, and welcome to the Klipper Golf Course. Hey, golf is big time right now. We got a lot of things going on. We got the Ryder Cup on the horizon, you know, the big story about Keegan Bradley. Is he going to play and be the captain or not? But just a week before, last week, was it this weekend, I think, Tommy Fleetwood finally made it into the winner's circle on the PGA Tour. And that's a big deal because I love Tommy Fleetwood. He's everybody's favorite. And I brought in a subject matter expert to help me with this. So we got the coach here. Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
So did you tune in? Did you check it out?
Yes, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I was loving that, right?
Yes.
So what is your take on that? You know, Tommy Fleetwood has been a winner on the European Tour, right? And he's been playing great golf for years now. He's been doing well on the PGA Tour. He even held the lead going into a couple of the final rounds this year, just couldn't close the deal. Got it done. What was the difference?
Whew. To be exact on something that incredible would be almost impossible. It's a buildup of all those near misses, all those experiences, also the humility of not accomplishing that win on the PGA Tour. If you saw the build-up, he was very generous with the fans.
Yeah.
He was very generous with, you know, the broadcasters, you know, and any interview he took it. He didn't shy away from not being able to close the deal.
Nope.
I think he was excited. I think he had the patience that golf requires of a winner. You know what I'm talking about. And it doesn't necessarily come on that watch that you feel it's your time or your turn. And I don't think he ever said that. He sat back, and I watched him, and I watched his shot making. And we also saw him the day before hit one in the water on that par 3 that was a monster.
Yeah.
And the very next day he stood up and hit it over the green. And the word brave should come up more in golf than it does. You have to be brave to pull off a shot like that after what happened the day before, and it's an easy word to say.
Yep.
It's one that we see, you know, in the military here all the time. They're brave in what they do, but to step up and hit a shot like that. And I have the last tee shot on my phone that he just stood up, hit it down the left side, and committed to a 3-shot lead and didn't flinch. And awesome. I think that he was calm and peaceful. If you watched his face, and we all did, whoever was a fan or becoming a fan of his, you got to see his face didn't change demeanor. He went through the whole process and finished the deal and then celebrated in his own way.
So I have a question. You know, being a big fan, and he's such an amiable guy. Everyone loves him, including myself. I just love Tommy Fleetwood. You know, he's been getting into the YouTube scene too. He's been playing with some of the YouTube golfers. Good, fun guy. You know, he's a great guy, great player. But you know, with all of this going on, not quite getting that win, it was becoming repetitious, right? Kind of almost likening itself to Greg Norman not getting the Masters, Phil Mickelson not getting the U.S. Open,
history.
Right? And you know, it's like, okay, this is the reps are coming on where it can turn from, you know, he's knocking at the door to that door never going to open. What is the difference with him? What made him able to press through and it didn't do the reversal on him? What do you think?
I think I'm going to just tell it like it is. His golf swing held up under that pressure. He had put it under pressure, and he stuck to his pre-shot. I was also teaching a few of my students the abbreviated iron swing that he was, you know, it was his physical talent as a golfer in all different circumstances, all over the globe he's played, that kind of came together on a very difficult golf course and the highest prize in golf. I mean, maybe he just needed $10 million to inspire him. I mean, we all have, there's a saying, Michael Jordan probably said it best, you know, whatever makes you nervous, that's what we're playing for.
Yeah.
And I think that made him nervous enough, and the others not able to hold the pressure. I mean, we saw the #1 player in the world, you know, hit a shot on that par 3 that went in the water that was weak, and he teed off on the first hole and hit it out of bounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most, that player has been talked about the most for the last 2 or 3 years, and he couldn't pull it off in that moment.
Yeah.
So maybe it was the value. Maybe it is the prize that he was waiting for. Maybe it wasn't a big enough story for him.
Yeah.
And look, it's one of the greatest stories in golf today. You just built up to that.
Really?
You know, how come others couldn't achieve
I think
it?
so. And you know.
Maybe it's just that.
Okay, so I have an opinion, and I want to see I'll bounce this off of you, see what you think. You know, you said something earlier that really resonated with me. You mentioned humility, and you mentioned about him going to the press, you know, after not getting it done,
Right.
and how he didn't have this dejected look, and how he was very positive about it, and you know. Going into Sunday, when I was leaving work on Saturday, I was talking to the guys in the shop. And I said, guys, Tommy Fleetwood, and I'm not going to mention names, but one guy said, no way. Another guy said, no, this guy. Another guy said, anybody but that guy. You know, all this. I said, Tommy Fleetwood's getting it done. No ways. I said, Tommy Fleetwood's getting it done. Mark my words. You know what? There was just something about him that was different. And I think for me, it was like that humility, that calm, not making it such a downer, you know, but somehow by him being humble and not skipping the press conference or the interview afterward, you know what I mean? I think all of those things come into play so that when the opportunity presents itself, you don't have as many demons looking over your shoulder, you know? Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I too didn't try to pick anyone. I preferred to let it play out as it is. I don't pick a winner.
No, that's the best way.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I'm extremely disappointed because I picked the winner and I'm wrong.
Although I have
like
to mention,
99.9% of the time.
Yeah, I did watch with complete, you know, I mean, fascination. I mean, I think the greatest drama on TV is the last 6 holes of a golf tournament on Sunday. Yeah. I mean, especially when the world-class players are all, you know, staged there, and you see what happens. And I appreciate that last hour of golf on Sunday.
Yeah,
for sure. Especially this last weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
We've been treated to some good ones this year.
Yes.
You know, okay, another thing I wanted to ask you was, what was it now? Oh, I know. He is, okay, so the week before when Scheffler won, right? And he was battling Robert McIntyre, right? And oh boy, was the USA crowd giving McIntyre a little bit of something there, right?
Yes.
Even the one time he had to turn around and, you know, little gesture, little words.
Point some fingers.
Right. And so there was a little bit of, I don't know if it's animosity, but there was something there. Tommy Fleetwood, European golfer, coming down the stretch, they are cheering him on.
Yep.
They're rooting for him. Right. What's the difference? What is it about him? Why is he so special? Why is he so endearing to us?
Because he looks like a rock star.
There you go. Gotta be.
He's got the hair, the look, and he's got the smile. And he's the smile.
Yeah.
Let's look at him. He smiles as he's playing. He smiles over a miss hit, a good hit, and then he smiled over the $10 million success. So
it's amazing though. You know,
he's not a bully.
He's not a bully. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't come in with a lot of bravado, yet he is very courageous and very
Yep.
brave.
The word is brave.
And he overcame and he conquered, got the job done, but he didn't really do it with a clenched fist, you know? He did it like a gentleman.
And I think he's going to continue to play like that. Like we saw some great success this year with the Rory McIlroy story,
Yeah.
but the play after that wasn't up to par.
Yeah.
To his standard.
Yeah.
I think that Tommy's going to switch that gear and keep it on.
Amazing.
Because
Yeah. I kind of think so
looks
too,
like
you know?
he's inspired and he's brave and he knows he has that extra gear now that got him through the
I just hope he eases off the pedal
door.
during the Ryder Cup.
no betting.
Oh man, that's great. And you know who else won this week? One of my favorites, Brooke Henderson.
Yes.
Did you see that?
She's the most revered sports figure of all time in Canada.
No way.
Yep.
You know,
Yes. She's a winningest
She
too.
is so special. I just love her. She is like a spunky little
Yep.
ball of energy,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
The way she swings, the way she attacks the golf course, even the
Yep.
personality, right?
Right.
It just shines through.
Yep.
She's a
Could
captivating
be
golfer.
something to do with her equipment too.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. She is making TaylorMade look good out there.
But what a place to win her country's tournament.
Incredible, right?
Yeah, fantastic. Great
Fantastic.
success.
And she had a drought for a while too before that.
Years.
Yeah, incredible. But what do you think about her? What's unique about Brooke Henderson to me is, of course, the golf swing.
Yep.
The big, powerful golf swing.
Right.
Almost John Daly-esque.
Right.
What do you make of that golf swing? What are your thoughts?
I think it has a long lifespan. The longer the swing, the longer she'll be able to play professional golf. I think that as an instructor and player, I played better when my swing was longer.
Oh yeah.
I've shortened my swing just to compete and stay competitive all day long and hit balls. But I think she owns her swing. She's not falling for some type of force-fed golf instruction that we see a lot from the computerized background of instruction, or she's not. Let's say she's not so focused on numbers. She's a field player. You have to be a field player with that long a swing.
Yeah.
With that kind of speed.
For sure.
So yeah, I think that's what I take from it, and I think she'll have a long career.
Okay.
Based
here,
on that.
quick question.
Like John Daly, still
Yes,
playing.
No, exactly.
Although I don't recognize him. I think he's Santa Claus.
But here's a question for a coach, right? You see a swing like Brooke Henderson's, right? And is that one to emulate? Should people try to emulate that swing? What do you think?
I think if they come to me like that, then yes. But if they're going to try to emulate that swing no. I don't think I would not train someone to do that.
I was hoping you were going to say that because my humble opinion is that's a swing that the good Lord built.
Yeah.
We don't build those kind of swings at the driving range.
That's unique.
Yes.
And if it does come
a unique gift.
Yeah. And just, I think that she understands, the saying is she has fingers on the golf club face. She knows where the face is. That's why she can play at that.
Yeah.
With that type of swing. She has fingertips on her club face. And I think that's something we should teach more. The players are so much into the body, they don't know where the club face is anymore. She produced something. And I think Tommy, too, is pretty much using his hands more than the average golfer does. They're trained to use their body more and, rotate and all these things. But their hands on the club need to be priority in the winning
funny
stages.
Thing is, I watch a lot of golf. I'm a golf consumer, right? I watch the PGA Tour, LPGA Tour, Champions Tour, Live Golf, YouTube Golf, right? So one day I'm watching Bryan Brothers, and Wesley Bryan, former tour player, right? Mm-hmm. He hits a drive, he pulls it left, and he holds on to his finish like that, keeps it in play, right? And he made some kind of comment about I save more drives than anyone else. That's case in point for what you're saying.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Look at my hand on the club here like this.
Right.
So,
They just, the better players, the gifted players,
right.
have the club face awareness, and they have the athletic ability to save it right at
Wasn't he a
impact.
trick shot player? I mean, wasn't he a
Yeah,
trick-
that's how they started
originally?
off. They were doing trick shots.
Yep. I remember
very
seeing that way back.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember watching that. Then he came on tour and had to
Yeah.
kind of keep it together.
Incredible though. Yeah, but I don't know. Do you how do you feel about saving the shot though? Having that kind of hands, having that kind of timing. Can everybody do that?
I don't like that quality in someone's game.
Yeah.
I know it's going to let them down eventually.
Yeah.
It's okay when you have no visual shot that you can come up with.
Yeah.
You've got to have a go-to shot.
Yeah.
Jack Nicklaus used to say it like this. He called it his $1 million shot. He would hang on tight with the left hand, aim left, and hit a big slice.
Yeah.
And got it in play.
Yeah.
And we've probably seen that a few times over time. But no, I try to give people, I try to teach right to the fundamentals of the golf swing. And if they have a little, I want to say, compensation and unorthodox move in their swing, I'll let them keep it if they understand that it's going to produce something.
No, I
for
think
them.
so. And I think like
An
the average
escape swing, maybe.
Right. No, and I think the average golfer, you know, which is most of us, right? There's only so many special ones, but most of us should swing a golf club almost like riding. When you were a kid, you ride the bike without your hands.
Tried.
You ride the bike without your hands. Almost every kid was doing it, right?
Right.
And you could kind of steer the bike along and eat your Happy Meal while you're riding the bike, right? And you know, it's like you could do those things, and just about every kid did it.
That's why they have helmets now.
But that's kind of like how we should teach the golf swing, you know? Just keep it to the bigger muscles, you know, get all the swings to kind of have the same rhythm and tempo and timing and work kind of the same way. Keep it simple, right? But the gifted golfers, you know, like one person that comes to mind, remember Frank Sanchez?
Absolutely. I
recently
played many
passed
tournaments.
away, God rest his soul.
I played
Mr.
many
Sanchez
rounds
was
with
a
him.
dear friend. But Mr. Sanchez, I remember his chipping and putting. He would do it with his hands.
Yep.
And you will never teach anybody to play like that. But every time he chip and pitch, the ball would be like that.
He did not have the yips.
He did not have the yips.
But he was the best dressed
Right.
ever.
Exactly. And so,
Flashiest
you know,
dresser of all time.
oh
in the
man, I loved
Hawaii,
him. I loved
golf
him so
industry.
much. He was the greatest. But yeah, and so, you know, I think again, that's a gift. You have that from the good Lord. If you're not playing that game right now, don't try to learn it, right?
Al Souza was another one that comes to mind. He
No
had that
kidding.
same gift. Short swing, powerful
I never got
swing.
to play with him.
Yeah, he was quite the player.
Wow. I played Little League with his sons. We're about the same age, so we
Yeah.
played Little League together.
Yeah, those were swings that were, you know, they weren't taught. They came out like that, they played like that, and they weren't trying to change anything.
Well, nice. Well, I guess we can wrap up on that note. That's the week in golf. Folks, you know, hope you're enjoying watching golf on TV and on the internet like we are. Tune in. There's more good stuff coming. Ryder Cup is right on the horizon. I think we'll be back to talk about that and wrap it up when it's done. But until then, if you need help with your golf game, your golf swing, anything like that, we got the coach here, Leland Lindsay. Give us a call, 808-254-2107 or 808-254-1745 or
808-383-5697.
aloha, and we'll see you at the Klipper.